Howdy folks, it is Diecast Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR 06, and well, it is time for, not Martinsville, we're going to Darlington. Off camera, I went ahead and filmed the Darlington qualifying since there was no events that we didn't capture the previous episode, so I went ahead and took care of that. I think we qualified top 10. Anyways, let's go ahead and head out to South Carolina once again. And hopefully we'll have ourselves a good run at Darlington. Alrighty folks, sorry I had to get my audio ready to go, and so we did qualify into the top 10, fifth row, or third row, but fifth car. This is going to be interesting. Oh boy. So you could run the bottom line here at Darlington, the white line. You can actually run that, but it's like the second groove beneath that, like one car length beneath that. If you do run it, your car will start getting loose. So Darlington is a 3-groove racetrack. You just have to ignore that white line, which they actually do use the bottom in the real racetrack, so it's not like it's unrealistic or anything. But you got Brian Vickers out front, so you have the Roushketeers all hooting and hollering in the top 5, and I mean, it's literally it's a pretty interesting battle. It is Monte Carlo versus Roush's Fords. I mean, you have all the Monte Carlo camps, the Hendricks, the RCRs, the Kevin Harvick Industries, all these different teams that are all trying to take out the 3 Fords, 3 Roushketeers. It's going to be a fun season. And it really reminds me of kind of the IndyCar manufacturer battles, or, you know, battles during like the 60s and stuff, the Roadsters versus the rear engine cars and stuff. That's what it really reminds me of, these Monte Carlos versus the 3 little Fords that could. Because no other Ford team has really shown up in this playthrough. And this is the first time all 3 of them are full-time. So Monte Carlo's dominance is maybe coming to an end. Oh, no, kids, I'm so sorry. I just ran him ragged there. I didn't make contact, but he was being a good teammate, and he got out of the way, but he inevitably scratched the fence, I think. So right now, Brian Vickers is holding off Carl Edwards, which I think is the best car in show. And if he can just find a way to get around him, should be able to ease up and catch up to his back bumper. Come on. He's clearly holding him up here. Whoa. I tell you what, this 135 car, M. Irvin, that's one of the fantasy cars, and it has been so consistent this year. I am shocked how fast that 135 car is. And once again, it's another Monte Carlo. The Chevrolets have dominated this entire, Busch series. What does Dodge got? They have Evernham, okay. Well, Casey Kane and Jeremy Mayfield run the 79 car part-time, so that doesn't count. And then you have Penske, which just has a 39 car. Oh, they're part-time too. Edwards is in. Can't pit this time. We'll pit the next time by. But that's 2 big Dodge teams that have no dog in the hunt. So really the only Dodge team that could possibly find their way to being a championship threat would have to be one of the fantasy cars. Which, we won a Busch race with Dodge. We got to pit this time or we're going to run out. So we got to make sure we just be extremely careful here. We do not want to miss pit road. It is so easy to miss pit road at Darlington. We don't want to get caught by the wall. Let's just be conservative, Clint Boyer. Thank you for cutting me a break there, bud. And no damage repair. So we're going to come down pit road, take care of the car. Hopefully we have a good pit stop. Knock on wood. Hope and pray to God we get a good pit stop here. How y'all doing out there? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm perplexed. Is there a Dodge team that's fielded by a real Dodge team in this game that is capable of winning the championship because they're full time? I'm thinking, and then like Petty doesn't have a Dodge team in the Busch series, right? We know Evernham and Penske does, but who else? You know what I'm saying? It's like they pretty much don't even have a dog in the hunt. And in Ford, all 3 of the Roush cars were part-time by default, as Carl Edwards is most likely going to win this race, barring a caution. But it's just interesting how, like, the Chevys have pretty much had no competition up until 2009. This playthrough, and I thought I was clear. That was 100% my fault. My bad. 100% my fault. My bad on that one. And Edwards taking full advantage of the tires. I should have thought about that. It's Darlington. You know, the AIs are probably going to slow down a bunch, pit early. And look where that got us. But you can run this white line groove down here decently. You just can't go a car length below that. That's when the banking really reacts negatively to your race car. And that's when it starts slipping and sliding. I think Tony Stewart's in this race because I see another Mr. Clean car. Hey, there's last year's car. We won 8 Busch races in that piece. They got a good stout program there. Come on, come on, come on. Got to get around him. There we go. There we go. Up to 7th here at Darlington. We're hooking and booking. Edwards cruising to another Busch win. I tell you what, man. The Busch Series is being set on fire by the Roushketeers. I mean, this is NASCAR 06 Total Team Control in a nutshell. And when we're driving through these cats, holy moly, I wish we could get a restart. Come on, I want this top 5, Yaley. I've raced you clean a whole bunch of times. I want this top 5. Do not block me or I will bump you. He's going to block me. Okay. Come on. No. I want this top 5. There we go. I was going to bump him, but I actually botched the corner, so it actually worked out pretty well. Awesome top 5 run. All 3 of the Roushketeers. And look at that lone Dodge, the 113 car. So this is going to be a fun season to see who's going to win the title. And if you want to, go ahead and make your predictions now. Will one of the Roush drivers win it, or will it be one of the Monte Carlos? I mean, there's only like 25 Monte Carlos in the whole field, so take your pick. So Edwards is going to win. We didn't lead any laps, unfortunately. But a great points night. We're going to lose minimal amount of points to Edwards, which is fine. We're going to gain a buttload on the rest of the field. Oh, Aaron Crocker might actually be the most consistent full-time Dodge driver. I know it's a bad finish here, but I've seen her run up in the top 10 many times. So that is actually part of the Evernham camp. So that would be probably the most consistent Dodge. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I've actually seen her run up in the top 10. And I think she won a Michigan race in either the 07 or 08 year in this playthrough. She won the Busch Series Michigan race. All right, so that one's in the books. The next event, well, we're going to be heading out to, I think, Richmond. Yeah, the Funai 250. So we'll be heading out to Richmond next. That should be a fun track. We're still the points leader. Kenseth is growing just a little bit closer to the top, but it's definitely a domination for the Fords. And Biffle, he's the Lone Ranger up there in the top 5. Interesting stuff. And Craven, which I think drives for Roush. Let me check that real quick. I think Ricky Craven of the Truck Series drives for Roush. And yes, he does. So, I mean, Roush has 3 main title shots. And I'm curious, Fudge, I was going to look at the other Busch teams to see what, who's who. Can't. So that's unfortunate. But, yeah. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, we're level 6 prestige. Oh, come on. I want to get to level 7. We need 48,000 more points. Dude, I want a cup ride so badly. So, thank you all so much for watching. Have a blessed one. Diecast Buffet, signing off.